Hey, good afternoon. It's not morning. Welcome to My Left Ear. This is Carrie Freeman. I'm your host. This is video 61. And I do political and psychic commentary and some other spiritual things when they arise. It's called My Left Ear because I get a lot of information through my left ear. And I am a change agent. I do clinical hypnotherapy and I help people change that way. I've been doing that for 20 years. And I do psychic coaching and sometimes I combine them. And just contact me at my email if you want a cheat sheet of that describes my services. Also, video 10 and video 34 cover my hypnotherapy and my psychic coaching, so you might want to look at those videos. This is for entertainment purposes only. Now, if you like it, would you please press subscribe and hit the thumb up button? That would be great for me. That would be so helpful. And now, starting off, I want to say thank you for helping me have a wonderful birthday. I got so many birthday wishes from subscribers, wonderful wishes, things like wouldn't it be nice and all kinds of things. And then I did get donations for my beloved sunglasses and that was gold. I just deeply want to thank you. And I am going to put a note up on my community page because I made a note of everybody, but all of you, whether I received a donation or not, helped make it a beautiful birthday. So thank you. Then I want to go on and just share something funny before I get to the politics. I had played myself off last week with the Beach Boys, Wouldn't It Be Nice? And I got a little copyright infringement letter from YouTube. Now they said to me, you're not really in trouble, you don't really need to do anything, but. So I'm so glad that I did it once. I won't do it again. And I'm so glad I did it at the end. And I'm so glad I didn't play out the whole song, because if I played the whole song, maybe, I don't know what would have happened. But okay, I was a little renegade, got into a little trouble there. The other thing is, I've always thought it was a little corny that I like the Beach Boys so much. And I didn't think that many people would join me in that, but I found out through notes from you that there's a lot of people out there that love the Beach Boys and Brian Wilson. So, but I do want to mention, because I got, somebody brought up Pet Sounds, which is one of the most famous albums of all time, innovative, and The Wrecking Crew. And I have the DVD of The Wrecking Crew. It's great, by the way, you could look it up. It's about these studio musicians back in the day that were utterly brilliant. If you love music, The Wrecking Crew is a great DVD. Now there is one more thing. There is a DVD called The Beach Boys Making Pet Sounds. It's a great documentary. All right, now we go to the politics. I've got a lot of runes today, did a lot of research. I'm going to start with pro-choice. As you probably know from watching me, that's a issue that's close to my heart. I tend to call it pro-choice, then use the word abortion all the time, because for me, it's simply about having domain over one's body. Now, last week, you may have read that Robert Lee Pittman, a federal judge on the United States District Court for the Western District of Texas, that's a mouthful, shut down the Texas abortion law temporarily, but he wrote like a 300-page. I mean, he got into this with such detail, and he was really so angry. Everybody rejoiced, everybody was happy, but guess what? Another judge came in and reversed it. Texas Fifth Circuit Court of Appeals reversed what Judge Pittman did and reinstated the abortion ban. Very disappointing. Now, my left ear started to suggest that there may very well be a giant march in Washington. If not this year, next year. I just pictured it. We just pictured it. And so I went to the runes. And it would be, about pro-choice, but maybe voting rights also. But this pro-choice thing, I think it's going to bring out millions of people. So I asked the runes, and the runes said, likely, yes. I got the Rune of Opening in the reversed position. And that's the shutting down of the choice, okay? And that led to the Rune of Movement, and then the Rune of Disruption. That leads me to believe there's going to be people marching in Washington at some point. I just don't know when. Now you might be, let's see, people like me to hold this up, and it's a little challenging today, but here we go. This is the Rune of Opening, and it's in the reversed position. Then that led to movement. The movement is the movement to go to Washington. And then this is the Rune of Disruption, kind of like the Tower card in the tarot. So that's where I got that answer. Keep an eye out for a big march. Then, I just got this idea. It's not political. I threw it in here because I was kind of curious. This very terrible murder of Gabby, is it Petito? I'm sorry, I apologize. But you know who I'm talking, this beautiful young girl that was a travel blogger. And now her fiance, Brian Laundrie, is missing. And they're hunting for him. I wanted to know, are they gonna find him? Are they gonna find him alive? So I got the Rune of Constraint. And constraint is limitations brought on by the self, and it represents the dark, repressed side, the shadow self, and that feels like Brian Laundrie. Then I got the Protection Rune in reverse. That's lack of protection, okay? I got that. And then I got a confusing one. I got the Rune of Berkana, which is growth. But I figured it out. That is growth for Gabby's family, so they can move on. Then I pulled another rune because I was a little confused, and I got Protection reversed again. My impression, my left ear, I think it's possible Brian Laundrie does not have enough protection where he is, and he may be found not alive. This is just a possibility. It was a little murky, to be honest with you, and that will happen from time to time. So, okay, there's Brian. All right, now, I'm gonna remove these so I don't get confused, because I did a lot of runes today. I did a rune, will Trump run in 24? Now, my left ear has not felt that he's going to run in 24. It's never felt that he's going to run in 24, even though there's all this talk, and there's even like Bob Woodward saying, oh, I definitely think he's going to run, and a lot of other people. I'm like, are you serious? So I did the runes. So I got this interesting message that it is unlikely that he will run. I got the wholeness rune. No, that's defense. Where's my wholeness rune? Yeah, no, it is wholeness. Sorry. It is wholeness. There's two runes that look very much like each other. And the wholeness talks about there may be a retreat, a timely retreat. It's requiring someone to face their refusal. about right action. Then the second rune was particularly interesting because this is the rune of joy, but it is reversed, okay? And it's a slow coming to fruition, a crisis, a difficult passage, and there are questions about sincerity and seriousness, and of course that would be questions about Trump himself. Then the last rune again threw me. I got the rune of Harvest. Harvest says 1 year. It's come up quite a few times in many of my readings. And the signal thing is that 1 year. So I don't think we're going to know for sure about him for 1 year. I think he's going to talk. I think he's going to collect money and donations. But in 1 year is when that announcement, and by the way, he has set this up already, that he's not going to run. This is my left ear telling you this, because he's already talking about, oh, I will, unless the doctor tells me that I shouldn't do it. He's setting it up. He does that. He set up losing the election. He set up, oh, it's a big lie. He projects into the future. So he has prepped us already for the doctor's excuse. Unlikely. I'm going to say no, but the runes were like unlikely. But my left ear feels no, he's just not going to run. He's going to get out of it. Move those runes over or I'll get very confused. Okay, I'm going to put that one away. Now, this is a little bit longer. It's about, will the filibuster be altered or banished? So I want to say, I hate to tell you this, but right now I'm getting no. It's not going to get messed with. I got the journey reversed, okay? Getting a lot of reverse, which means ruptures are likely, detours, inconvenience, failures. That's the first one. I just pulled 2 on this. The second rune really told me. This rune is stand still, all right? It's never fun to get that rune. It's that which impedes, that which blocks. Winter of our spiritual life is upon us. Positive accomplishment is unlikely. This is with the filibuster. And then I got constraint reversed. And constraint reversed, which for some reason I don't have it in front of me, and I apologize to you. It's a teacher disguised as bringer of pain, the dark side of a passage. So very disappointing, but right now, according to the runes, it's unlikely there's going to be any changes with the filibuster. Personally, I hope I'm wrong. I'd love to see it go. And now, the bringer of pain, Mitch MCConnell, the Darth Vader of politics in the United States, the Grim Reaper, he truly is. He caved on the debt ceiling because he's trying to save the filibuster. And he was receiving a lot of pressure from Wall Street, big business, big money. Right now, Mitch is in a weakened state. He's very nervous. He's angry. He feels out of control. And Mitch MCConnell, is playing Russian roulette with the global economy. Just think about this. One bad guy is toying with the whole economy. That's military, government, social security, and then the rest of the world. It's outrageous. But my left ear thinks he's always posturing. He doesn't make any choices unless it's total manipulation and getting what he wants. I mean, he's a really craven human being. So we'll see. That's my report. And then I did pull one rune with the question, will Bannon be arrested, served? And I got a yes, because there's a rune called Gateway. And gateway reversed means there's no gateway. He's acting, it's acting from weakness, deception. It has to do with motives and creating new problems. Then there's another one of initiation, and all it tells me is, my interpretation of the initiation is Bannon's gonna go through some things. Bannon's gonna go through some things. What a cocky character he is, isn't he? Wow. And then my final rune question, and I brought up this question because I see so many journalists and authors talk about Trump as if he's normal and healthy. And I really know he has dementia. It's very likely he has frontal temporal dementia. And so I just asked the runes, will we see 45's health decline? Because nobody factors that in when they say, oh, he's probably going to run. I got a yes. And it was chilling because I got this one rune. This is a cold rune. It's standstill. And it means the spiritual winter is upon you. And once again, I told you a few minutes ago, he's setting this up. He's setting this up. He said, well, I'm going to run unless the doctor tells me I shouldn't. So I think you can take that one to the bank. And I said a couple of months ago, there are little satellites being set up, like Nikki Haley and Pence, and maybe Pompeo, planning their move to jump in and run for president. So the little satellite offices are getting set up, and Nikki Haley is tilling the soil. What a ridiculous, dumb woman she is. All right, 2024, this just came to my attention this morning, so I looked it up. There is a Professor Alan Richtman. I've spoken about him before. He is famous for predicting the outcomes of the presidential elections, and he's been doing it for years and years and years and years. He came up with a formula, and he's never been wrong. He predicted Biden winning and blah, blah, blah. So he just said this week, maybe even yesterday, if Biden runs in 2024, he'll have a significant advantage. He didn't say he just said he'll have a significant advantage. And he also said there will be no third party movement running. So Alan Richtman is like a really good bet. Brilliant man, strange little brilliant man. And he's a professor. So my left ear, this is just going to sound outrageous, but I'm going to share it with you. I feel that Matt Gaetz is such a sociopath that we would not be surprised if he gets his wife Ginger pregnant. And that would be for the reason of getting jury sympathy. Now, someone wrote me on Twitter and said, whoa, that's really cynical, but I love it. But I just think he's capable of that. So keep an eye out. He's capable of that, and he's very, very desperate. He just held a fundraiser yesterday, and they rented a big suite of rooms, that kind of thing, and they moved it to the lobby because only 10 people showed up. Can you imagine that humiliation? All right, my friends, I have some quotes for you. This one is just too much fun. It's by Betty White. Yes, that Betty White. She said, if men could get pregnant, abortions would be available at Jiffy Lube. Betty White. She's a treasure. If men could get pregnant, abortions would be available at Jiffy Lube. It's great. The next quote, and this is in terms of winning opposition and playing tough. And I kind of had this in mind. I was thinking about Joe Biden when I picked up this quote. This is by Franklin Delano Roosevelt. He said, "No man can tame a tiger into a kitten by stroking it." I think he was right. I don't think there's any stroking that we can do. I think we have to play tough. I know we have to play tough. That's foregone conclusion. And then by Thomas Paine, to argue with a person who has renounced the use of reason is like administering medicine to the dead. There you go. So this was kind of loaded today. It was a lot of runes because I didn't do runes last time. And I'll be back. Like Arnold Schwarzenegger, I'll be back. So please press subscribe and like. That would be great. I wish you a great weekend. It is Saturday, so you've got tonight and Sunday. And stay safe. We persevere, people. That's what we do. We persevere. So you take care, and here we go. Here we go. Bye-bye. Bye-bye.